my mobile Minecraft world. It really is 10 years old. Created in 2015. Me, the creator. I am an original Xbox 360 player. The last Call of Duty game I've ever played was MW3 and the original Black Ops, with the Kinder Token map for zombies. Yes, the original. So, when we were leaving middle school going on to high school, my friend group and I, who have always played video games together, including all of the 2Ks, all of the Fortnite updates, until the last two after Tilted Towers when it got crazy, um, we had a Minecraft map that was historically named Cityville that we created, and we have a lot of memories that we still talk about to this day. The impact that it has created on my life was inspiring. So, after we had grown out of the phase of playing video games, especially playing Minecraft, because we did play Fortnite and we did play GTA and 2K throughout the years after Minecraft. That was in 2015 when we stopped playing Minecraft, when I made this world. This map it's an affinity map. It's flat, and I have created all of this by hand. All of this is man-made. This right here that you were looking at is one of my most recent cities that I have built in the past year, actually. It is birthed in 2025. I actually made this whole entire structure of the city in about 2-3 weeks. And, it was sitting there for a couple years vacant, and a lot of the exterior parts of this map that you will see, or just flat with nothing, but I like to have that empty space filled with trees to make it look more realistic. So I am going on to one of my older cities. This is a small city called Hennesaw. Hennesaw is one of the original cities. This was probably built in 2016. I know it was here in 2017. It was birthed in 2016 because this city above it, the two cities, this is a set of twin cities here. This is Chicago that you looked at, and we are now looking at Jock City. And these two cities are original. And why I say original is because these are one of two twin cities. Yes, you heard that, one of two twin cities on the map that are original. And why I say that is because I created this map after I had gotten a new phone, and my old map that I originally created in about 2014, 2015, it was deleted, and it had Jock City, Chicago. It had the other city that you will see, which is one of my biggest cities on the map. It had more that also have, influenced this map specifically with names and the just geography of the map in general, which you'll get in more detail in more videos to come. But these two cities are original. Where you're looking at right now, this strip of businesses that actually used to be the ground of a massive stadium, which was only massive because of the exterior. It was a big dome, and it was white. It stood out. It was originally an Olympic stadium, because I do have sports in this map. I do have a structure of sports. I have divisions of colleges. I have community colleges, professionals, of course, different type of sports with different sports and different sporting leagues, which there's more videos that come to explain that. But we are leaving now Jock City, and we are moving on to the north part of the map. And this map actually does exist in the real world, believe it or not. You'll get another video explaining that. This is actually all thought out in my brain, because, like, the video does explain before this, I do travel the country quite often. I spent all of my summers traveling on the road to the Midwest, and I've seen a lot of cities on I-70 and many other cities down south on the road. I drove the entire time. So, it's a cool experience on this map, because a lot of the cities and a lot of the buildings and areas and the roads, even the suburbs, are all influenced by places I've been in real life. Fun fact is this city you're looking at is actually called St. Michaelsburg, and one of my closest buddies, neighborhood friend of mine, I met at a young age. His name's Michael, and believe it or not, when I went to create this city, this was actually made in 2017. This city was influenced by his name because we were getting really close playing football in high school, and I was just making up something random. I wanted to create something new on the map, and I made that city, and it's coming up with a name, and it just stuck. St. Michaelsburg. I wanted to create a saint. It is influenced by St. Louis and Michael, his name. So you're looking at a newer city I built in 2022. In the summer, I built this out in the Midwest. It was birthed out there when I was out there in real life. This is called Lakeburg City. Lakeburg City with an H in the burg. Influenced by a Pittsburgh slang to the city name. And above it, you're looking at a couple of smaller cities. One big city called Flink. It's P-H-I-N-K. P-H-L-I-N-K. I am sorry. Influenced by the city of Flint in Michigan. These places on the map actually are countied out. I have mapped out counties, so you're looking at Lakeburg City, part of Michigan County. Above it was Flink. Also next to Flink was Dewey and Verona. Those three smaller cities were a part of Beaver County. We are slowly transitioning out of Michigan County. We are getting into Fayette County, where you are seeing Skisport here. Skisport, another smaller city, a newer city I built right before Lakeburg City in 2022. On the other side of the water is suburbs and other smaller boroughs and towns. Almost everything on this map is mapped out. Well, not almost everything. Everything is, even with signs on the world itself that I have written down, all the town names, all the county names, all the waterway. Fun fact, all the waterway is connected. Every piece of water that you see is connected to every other piece of water. We are leading into another newer city I built in 2023, right after Lakeburg City. This is South Fort City, and you'll start to see a common trend with the name Fort City. South Fort City is a newer city. It is southern on this map, but it is a waterlogged city almost. Beside the northwest side of the city, this is a waterlogged city with a couple of different parts of the city that is separate than the other by river. As you see the bridges, even the other side of the city completely, the suburbs, are waterlogged. And we are actually across the bay from one of the other cities that we started the video out looking at, which is St. Johnstown. Here goes the southwestern part of the suburbs of South Fort City. As we come up and view the city from the southwest. Right, you're leaving the city from the west, getting onto the suburbs, the western suburbs. We are leaving South Fort City, and we are going on to East Fort City, the skyline you see in front of us. East Fort City. And behind East Fort City, on the right side, you see the skyline of North Fort City. On the left side, you see the skyline of Fort City, which is like the lower Manhattan. So that is the second half of what I was talking about with the more common trend of the forts. So North Fort City and Fort City are originally a part of the original map with Jock City and Chicago. So these cities actually they grew over time. Um, they are, if you haven't guessed, influenced by modern day New York City, with all the sub cities and the suburbs and small boroughs around. The grid outline and the skyline, of course, is all influenced by a city I have recently visited um, multiple times consistently in my life. This city, again, as you see, there's all kind of arenas and stadiums and venues and lights. So you see, there's more to come to this map, and you'll see that in more videos. So thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you guys even viewing this to begin with. This is my world, only I created this. Barely anyone has seen it, so this is for you guys, and you'll see more videos that come to explain everything else. Thank you.